That's it. That's the intro. We did it. We did it. Also, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Man, Jurgen died so horrifically.
I know, that intro is nuts. We just cut Jurgen in half. I couldn't believe it.
Hate him. Husband died of tuberculosis.
I like that you jump in on this, but as soon as we're talking about swamps, they're very quiet, pal. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is The Wandering Isles. I am your host, your DM. You can call me Ken, you can call me Roper, you can call me whatever you want. I'm good with it. Tonight we have almost a full house. We're only missing one. We have Ryan as Madriana. We have Kyle as Eldrin. I've mixed all of the order around. I've got Rory as Eos. I've got Busy as Hatsu. I've got Richard as Slate. And I've got John as Weslyn. I spent a lot of time this week alphabetizing you. You're all alphabetized. I don't know if it changed on this overlay specifically, but I spent a lot of time making sure that all the overlays are now alphabetized. You're in your correct order. It has finally happened. Thank you so much. New intro. Who dis? For those of you who didn't watch the level up video, we do indeed have a new intro. We shall hold for applause. I think until about an hour. That'd be enough. Perfect. We put a lot of work into it. We love it. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. You can watch it on the YouTubes if you want to. You can watch it at the beginning of this. You can just wind it back. Who am I to stop you? You do whatever you want to do. Just give us them sweet views. That's what I'm looking for.
Just like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. That's right. And those things. Keep on here. I can say whatever I want. I don't have to promote socials. What do you mean? Where people want to play it again? I don't know. Can we play it again? Is that a thing? I have to cut it out of the YouTube video. Is that how it works? Yeah, we're back, and I believe Rory's on recap. And what we'll do is we will let Rory recap. We'll do his thing, and we'll play our session. And then maybe before break or towards the end of the session, we'll run it again, just for those in chat who are screaming for it, because we love you and we appreciate you. But at the same time, I don't want to spam everybody who doesn't want to see it again. But we can watch it at the end as a yay moment. That's fair. We good? Spam?
Yes.
Chat is calling for spam. Do we spam it?
No.
Is that what we do? We'll do it. I tell you what. Okay, we'll run it, and then you can go into your intro straight after that. There we go. There. That's it. And then on YouTube, we'll just use ad blocker. It's fine. Enjoy. We're back. We're live. Rory, my friend, you're on recap.
Yes.
Take it away, brother.
Alrighty. Previously on the Wandering Isles, stranded in the silence of the Crescent Pearl, our heroes faced the question of survival. Madriana's mysterious raft unfolded into a boat, but could it truly carry them to safety? While ideas sparked, oars, sails, even strange contraptions of air, Hatsu dared to dream bigger. Why simply escape when they could rebuild? The fallen halls of the Arcanum could rise again as a new bastion. And with a single vote, Madriana sealed their future. Together, they forged a sanctuary, 7 rooms, a war chamber, and a place to call home. But bonds grew deeper. Stories from the past were revealed of over 1,000 years. Our companions are stronger than ever. Hatsu's vision of a golden bee that gave him purpose. Eos's gift from her father, symbols of courage, and Eldrin's voice, steady but mysterious. Yet shadows loomed, and Madriana feared how much time had passed. A year could mean conquest for her father, the Archon. A decade could make him unstoppable. And so, each companion prepared in their own way. Eos building defenses, Hatsu mastering the shadows, Eldrin rebuilding his fate, and Madriana mapping the island's secrets. A week passed, their bastion was strong, their resolve unshaken. But as the sun set on their hard-earned peace, a shocking presence emerged. From the fall of Eos' staff, Slate had blossomed into existence once again. Tune in to the Wandering Isles.
Right now. Rain falls on the Crescent Pearl for you guys. What is the first time? We've never seen rain here as far as I know. The weather is usually fairly consistent here, but today things are different. Slate, you come tumbling out of, well, another dimension. One that was created by Eos in a moment of crimson moonery. What'd you like to do?
When last I saw the group, I was hurtling down the side of a mountain on a shield. Then there was a long pause and a long time out on the naughty step, and then out of nowhere, I am here. So I am slightly confused. I was upset, but I've had a decent amount of time to get over it.
Roughly a week.
Yeah. And I'm just sort of seeing the lay of the land, and also I'm suddenly very aware that I am at the Arcanum, and it looks different because there is a bastion there that was not there before.
And the shell of the Arcanum is now gone. So all that remains here is the bastion itself. The landscape is very different.
Exactly. I would just be taking a moment to take in my surrounds, and I think I would gladiator style, pick up some dirt, rub it in my hands, but actually I'm just making sure that I'm not inside the book or some other realm or portal, because it wouldn't surprise me at this stage because it's happened so many times. So it's just kind of a reality check. And then I guess I will just look around and see what everybody else is doing and try and take in where I am.
How was your week? For you, what did Slate do in confinement?
So, Slate, when hurtling down the mountain, was leaving with the book and, looking for a place to get some solitude to read. So that was achieved, which was great. We went through a portal and I ended up in a place where I could do just that. But also, it gave me a lot of time to meditate in this seal, pocket dimension, trap, portal, whatever it was that I ended up in. Still not 100% sure of that, but I know I couldn't leave, which is why I was a little shocked that I just appeared here. But I spent a lot of time meditating and trying to uncrack more of those memories that had come out in the book, about my past, about my family, about some of my abilities that I seem to have innately, but then have lost access to, or at least haven't been using or didn't know that I had. So I spent some time trying to, according to the memories, they came into use, for example, when I went into the burning building. And when I came out, there was the deal struck with Harrow, etc. So I tried to relive that by using some of my abilities to inflict, effectively, without going into detail, damage on myself, that I have specified to Ken how I did it. But I spent some time focusing on meditation, concentration, trying to break down mental barriers, while suffering through psychic damage, radiant damage, and a couple of other things, trying to put my body under stress to have these abilities take hold and bring myself to the verge of death, to see that my body would kick in and override, to see if I could gain control of those latent powers. So that was a journey of self-discovery, much like being a teenager in a locked room for a week.
As you try the different effects of various spells on yourself, The consistent thing is that you're not healing. Another indicator of that is the fact that those markings are still on you from the shackles and other things that have happened to you throughout the last few months. Your healing abilities are, as you said, latent, but they're also not active. Like there's something clearly blocking that. More research required, but during that process is when you come tumbling out onto the floor of a bastion that has been built, and as you rightly pointed out, has been built in place of the Arcanum of Maleficent's Arcanum of Magic and Might, which has been here for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, well over 1,000 years. Yeah, that's where we're at.
So that was my week of isolation and potential self-discovery. I think I would spend a couple of minutes to walk around this newfound structure and get my
Give
my
Eve a
bearings.
moment to react if she wants to as well. I'm not sure if you have something that you want to interject with Rory, but just before you walk away from her, Slate, because she, this is a lot for her too, I would imagine.
Slate, how, where, what?
Where are we right now? So what room are we in that I've come out of the staff in the bastion?
You're in my room. Somehow. The door's closed. It is.
You have a room here?
Yes! Oh, you've been away. Hi. So this is my room. There's other rooms. Oh yeah, Madriana did the thing. We now have a bastion. It's a house. We'll make it home eventually. Hasu's fishing. Weslyn's outside. Eldrin's more confident. And yeah.
And I'm back.
Yes. From the future?
I have no idea where I was, or in fact how I got there.
By any chance, you know what year it is?
No, but I can make one up if it'll satisfy your curiosity.
Why were you in my staff? How were you in my staff?
When was I in your staff?
You just appeared from it.
How did I get in your staff?
I don't know. You were, apparently. He just picks up the staff and starts looking at the staff in great detail.
Well, that was new.
Yeah. A lot of things are new.
So if everyone has a room here...
Somehow, yeah.
Everyone has a room here?
Oh, well, since you weren't around, we kept a couple of rooms vacant. We have a guest room for guests, although I'm using it for the drying horse at the moment. Don't tell anyone. There's a dining room, which is nice. It has a table and chairs. Every room seems to have a window. Yeah.
Any other facilities?
We have a toilet, single ply toilet paper. We're working on double ply. It's very hard to make. There's a sink with a small kitchenette.
I am starving. Where is that?
Oh, yeah. Head to the kitchenette. There's fish. Plentiful fish. And some seaweed.
So I'm just going to go to the edge of the doorway, look back and point sort of left, right, like straight.
left.
Where did
Down the hall, around the corner, you'll find it.
So I'm just going to
Go
say
left from
thank you.
If you'll go left from Eosa's room, go around the corner, you open the double doors and you would find the large dining room area. And then if you just continue past that and around the corner again, you will eventually find a very, very small cubby-ish kitchen that wafts of fish and salt when you open it because they were creating salt to make like a prolonged fish.
When I get to the first double door that I open, that's not the kitchen. I'm just going to start doing, like somebody who comes to your house and you tell them, the bathroom's down there, and then they go, yeah. And as they walk down, they sort of are not really sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to start opening the door and saying loudly, kitchen! Opening all the different doors on my way. So if I walk into someone's room or something's happening, at least I know I'm looking for the kitchen.
Yeah. You proclaim kitchen into this room that just basically is a large table with some chairs around it and just 2 paintings, one of the moons, one of the isles, so it's just there. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to go in and do some food prep and eat, and thereafter just keep going through all the doors and try and figure the place out, go for a walk and get my bearings, and try and see if one of the rooms are vacant, and take that from myself.
Yeah, the one across from the kitchen, the upper, to the northern corridor would be. That would probably be the best place to do that, yeah.
Perfect. That's it for me for now.
Nice. Then in that case, just one more order, point of order, I guess. Weslyn, how was your week of downtime?
It was great.
Perfect. So moving on. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
It was awesome. We went to work, disassembling his shack.
Okay.
And that would be day 1. Day 2 would be scraping the drawings from the walls of the shack to remove those anchors. And then he would begin constructing a long table in the spot where the shack was, next to the hole and the boulder and the pond. And the following day, he would build 2 chairs, given material access. One is a normal chair, the other one is considerably larger. With what remnant wood he has, he will begin working on other forms of seating around the table until he runs out of materials. And then one night he goes out as far out to the edge of the island as he can and spends a good hour just kind of screaming. Just to, scream for a little bit, because I think that it probably feels great to do so, and probably just a good bit of catharsis after, living another 1,000 years and
to the void.
Space. Yeah, just scream into the void for just a little bit. He's not had a chance to do that. When he gets out of his system, he'll go back to work. But the work that he does moving forward from there is more focused on diving into trance and searching the island for anything else that is dreaming or sleeping or trancing. Doing a general sweep to see if there's any signal here of anything. And if not, he will allow himself to drift along the dreamscape and out. Just kind of the beginning of kind of more firmly anchoring himself here.
Instead of giving you a dream of your own or someone else's to skate through, what you find is actually, speaking of voids, a devoid for Eos. No dreams, no thoughts, no presence at all as she trances. Which is probably, I know you're only coming into your power now, but still unusual, because any previous interaction with Eos, even during her dreams, you've wandered her dreams. There have been moments of that. Now there is nothing.
Well, that's weird. Make a mental note of that. Not even sure how to address that. But yeah, aside from the party, unless there is any other weirdness going on among them, it's not their dreams I'm worried about. It's the dreams of other things. Anything that may be lurking nearby. Or dormant, buried within a mountain, or beneath us, or in the water. See if we're truly alone in this place.
You wander the aisle. There's no point in making a roll because there's no success for this. There is no signs of life beyond fish outside of the island that have come towards it. There are no birds, no bees, no bugs, no life big or small. There's nothing other than you six.
And just to clarify, there's no fish that are dreaming, right?
To clarify, also, I haven't forgotten, there is chicken and albi, and there is sometimes at night Ramiel, but that's it. Like those are the exceptions to that rule. But besides that, there's nothing else except for the fish that have come in. I'm sorry. What was your question? I'm so sorry.
No, just to clarify that the fish themselves are not dreaming. So there's nothing I detected
fish don't have any
besides the
feelings.
fish.
I have from a
Just
reliable
making
source.
sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, I had a bit of concern there. We might be getting an uprising of fish here from all the ones that Hots were killing.
Just dolphins. Their uprising will come, but that's different.
Yeah, fair enough.
Kuatoa.
Oh, just
That's
you
what
wait,
we
pal.
need. Kuatoa.
Just
Yeah.
you wait.
But that's, I think, the bulk of his week is disassemble the shack, destroy the drawing anchors, build the table and chairs, scream into the void, and do a sweep of the island.
I'm willing to amend the table and chair thing. Would you like that to be the table and chairs in your dining room area? Would you like to have built those?
No. These are for a very specific purpose. One that
A dining room purpose?
It is for a meal, but one that he is not prepared to set the table for yet.
Okay.
But repurposing the shack for this is important.
Okay.
And where it is located is important. And given that he has a week to work on it, he will spend that week doing it.
No problem. The rest of you. Downtime is now done. We're now caught up. Slate, you're rummaging through the 3 types of fish you have available to you that are all soaked in, quite frankly, a dangerous amount of salt. What would any of you like to do?
I have to cure the fish somehow.
That's true.
Eos would like to try and gather the group in the dining room. So she'll go to each of the doors first thing in the morning after she goes for her cold plunge in the sea. Tick, tick, tick. Dining room, 10 minutes, please. And she calls on to the next door, rinse, repeat, and try and find Weslyn. Whether he's still whittling a 50-foot table or not.
You can find everybody. Yeah, for sure.
Are we all in the dining room?
I would say 10 minutes passed, and unless someone has something specific they want to do in that specific 10 minutes, then I would say 10 minutes has passed.
Is there rafters
I would
in
say-
this room?
What was the question? Sorry.
Is there rafters in this room?
Sure.
I'm up in the rafts.
Cool. It's like 10 foot up. It's not crazy or anything, but it's like, yeah. Hawkeye is active. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
As Hatsu would enter the dining room, he would, as far as I remember, there was like a back door into the inside the walls area. There was like a little open space. Is that correct?
Like a courtyard.
There's a courtyard
Yeah.
kind of area, yeah.
So he would pick like pots and everything that would like look something akin to a barrel or something to collect rainwater, since he knows they can't drink seawater.
Right.
And as he comes back in, he just gives Slate like a little wink.
I'll offer to take them and bring them to the kitchen and boil the water. So I'll take them in and start boiling them so they're drinkable and so on. Then come back in to the room while that's happening in the kitchen.
No problem.
He also stands on the window side of the table and just kind of dump her staff on the ground. So...
I'm going to put my hands up and take a little step back from the staff.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting used to this. But morning, everyone. Before we go about doing anything, there's two things I was thinking about while I was in the sea. It's very cold this morning. Number one, we need to figure out posts. So we need to find out what our actual address is. So, Eldrin, if you'd like to take note, please. Sure. I'm suggesting we call this place the Attache, the Crescent Pearl, the Ocean, and we'll figure out some kind of a air code or postcode. Secondly, we as a group have spent over 1,000 years together, and we don't really have there's not really a name, but like we are part of something. In the stories that I've read when I was younger, those who sailed the seas of the sky and the space were always part of a ship they were members of, like the Starfinder team or the mighty asteroids. That was a children's tale. But if anyone would like to suggest a name for our group, I think now is a good time. And I'll start with the Crescent Gems is my suggestion. Those are the 2 points, Eldrin. Thanks.
I'll write them down. And I've wrote down air code EARCODE. And I underlined that and question mark it. And I'm like, what's an air code?
I know Keane isn't here, but he can't wait to give everyone that air code, I'll tell you that one.
His own one, yeah.
Attitude on attitude.
Yeah, the air code, that's just the code so that if messenger birds get sent here, they know where in the air to come to.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's AIR then, Eldrin.
I write that down. Air code.
Yeah.
Okay,
You'd be
thank you.
surprised how many times I've used those.
Huh. Yeah,
I feel like some of you have definitely used air codes.
I think the most popular one to be used is with the Amazon. You know, down in Arboris, there's like a whole section of trees in the Amazon. Like they have great delivery using air code. For anyone outside Ireland, air code is just our postal postcode. That's all that we're talking about. So we just in case that was too regional.
Too specific.
And it's usually spelled air code EIRE, like Ireland.
Yeah. For air.
All right.
Moving swiftly onwards, Eldrin turns and says, not given that much thought, but maybe, I don't know, you said some of us start Starbound group or gang or
That's just suggestions from, but like obviously if we need to figure out, of course, what the first point of order is, because it could be a lot of things happening. The Archon could drop down from the sky and banish us all or something, but I need to get home at some point and see if Ducky's still hanging around with my mom. Yeah.
Well, depending on how long we've been gone, all of your families are dead by now.
Yeah, you mentioned also 1,000 years. Have we actually? We haven't actually spent, but also the Invisible Man there has reappeared. So Slate.
He was inside the staff.
He was hurling down the volcano. I was chasing him. Was that forgotten about?
I remember being in a volcano. It was warm.
You didn't see that part. Okay. I'll circle back to that in a while. As for a name, the Light Bearers, kind of cool, but
Like
I don't
bears
think all of
or
us
light bearers.
bearer. But I don't think all of us like the light. I don't think a Madriana would be pleased going around saying that she's a light bearer. She likes the dark. So, but she's not a dark bearer. So it's like,
What kind of bear are you, Amadriana?
I like the light.
she's
I just think it's a stupid name.
fair. I've not given it much thought.
Because that makes it sound like we light street lamps.
I love so much that Aldrin's like, fair, that was stupid. I'm stupid, I guess. I'm sorry. I just, like, immediately he just went back down. That was like, he had 1 second of confidence in this campaign and it's just immediately shot.
Puts down his red crayon.
All right, Gary, I'm sorry.
The irony being the one person that was telling him to have confidence last time.
Yeah, just immediately you're just like, listen, that's fucking stupid. I don't want you to feel bad. That's a terrible idea. Sorry.
Back of his head.
Right, have confidence, just not against me.
He's like, all right, okay. And I write down Dawn Wardens. There.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's me. I'm a Dawn Warden. There you go.
Nice.
No, Gareth Ironhelm didn't have a title. His men didn't have a name. We remember Gareth, and we remember he had men. And I remember there was a battle.
they did have a name.
What? So they did?
Sort of.
My brain is... I don't think they did. There was a name for the battle. But I don't think
They
that Gareth
technically had a
Ironhelm
name, but it was
a
given
name.
to them later. But I don't think Weslyn would know that, so that's fair. You carry on.
Yeah.
I'm being
yeah.
defensive of nothing. Go ahead.
Listen, I read my pack.
Don't listen to the voice in the sky, Weslyn. It's okay.
That's right. No, I have to listen to the voice of the sky. There's so many of them.
I'll just shut the fuck up. That's what I'll do.
they're all
I'll sit back
witches.
here.
They're all witches. Yeah. I don't know, like, what even is the use of that name thing? You know, if we remember Gareth and his people and what they did. I mean, and what have we even done? We didn't go fight a war. We didn't cleanse the island of vagabonds and brigands.
Well,
We just got here.
I want to write a story about us. And so far I have of the attaché. And to me, the attaché is the building that we're in now. Again, that's subject to change, of course. I've only done the epilogue. But I want to write a story because I'm fearful that the Undercroft and the bookshop is now burned down and empty. So, got to rebuild.
So you're basically looking for a family name.
Perhaps because we are a family. We spent at least 1,045 years together mentally. I don't know physically, but
Where is this number coming from? Because right now,
I haven't taken count. You didn't marry that girl 12 times, and I'm still salty about it, Aldrin.
what girl?
The Amber Blood.
Marry anybody. Anyways,
You didn't. That's the problem.
okay, we're from all around the Isles. Wardens of the Isles. We protect our own areas. We're the Wardens of the Isles.
Sounds like a lot of
Right.
responsibility.
What purpose does the name have? What does it stand for? What shall I tell
Keeps
people?
happy.
I suppose if we have a flag, then
So-
we'll design the flag.
So we can just call us EOS Happy Group.
Oh, that's too specific to me, and I'm not happy a lot of the time.
But also,
Okay.
EOS can't write a book by EOS, and the group is called EOS's Happy Group. That
Why not?
And that'll only be for under sixes, probably.
that's like a tale, not a tale. No.
Depends what you
kids
want the
don't-
name to inspire. Do
Is
we
the
want
name
it
for
to-
us or for others? Sorry, Adriana.
Majority you
No.
might know about this, actually.
I mean, do you want it to be feared? Do you want it to be respected? Do you want it to be notarized? What do you want from this name?
Do you want it to be worn with proud? Do you think it's just about us?
Right.
I don't think so.
So if, let's say, for example, if people of Gamgalore are still alive, they'll hear about us and go, oh, I've heard of them. They're strangers like me. And they might go visit us and be like, yeah, let's hang out. Maybe sanctuary. In the attaché. These halls. And assault.
Sanctum.
See, assault indicates aggressiveness. Attaché just makes it seem like we're part of someone else. We're like the B team. I do have one suggestion, but it does kind of denote a slightly warier I guess it wouldn't necessarily be seen as light, but it depends on how you spin it. So you know how some names or some things, they have like a middle word that isn't really part of the title. So like state of play, you never really count of as part of the wording. I do have one idea. We are shade. Without the R in the middle, and yes, it is just an R. Because we shade, as we would call ourselves, is all of our initials.
Eos actually looks up and thinks for a while.
Weslyn, Eos, Slate, Hatsu, Amadriana, Dash, Aldrin.
That's alive?
We shade.
We shade.
We shade.
You could leave Dash out, I don't mind.
Oh, right now we're just we shade, yeah.
Just a thought.
To be fair, shade isn't always there and it always moves around. We always move around, we're not always in one place. We are right now, sure, but shade moves about. It doesn't really scream, hey, these guys are bad.
Might be
You know?
shady.
Shade is a good place to go when it's sunny. Shade can be safe. Shade
is
can be
where
dangerous.
The ninjas hide when they pounce.
But shade is dark also.
Yeah.
Everyone has a dark side. I'll write it down.
I like that one, I made you gonna. Hatsu?
It might be a good name to represent ourselves, but I would ask, do you just represent yourself? I still think we need to find something for the people to believe in, to make change. Something they feel affiliated to, part of, worth fighting for, worth supporting. See, most of the change is not made by the people that fight for it, but from all the ordinary people that support the idea and do bring wood to the fireplace and help you in your deepest moments to find your way back on track. Still, we haven't, all of us, back on track. Still not complete.
Okay.
I agree with Hatsu. While everyone was talking, I've been trying to take in what everybody was saying. And for me, lots of different points were made. We talked about what we wanted to represent, things like fear, respect. You know, it could be protection, that we protect our own. It could be to do with honor, being accepting of others, you know, calling people to us like our brothers and sisters. we're a group of some kind. Like Hatsu's saying, something about growth, inclusion of the future, something worth fighting for and supporting. For me, all of those are family. So we are the family because it is what you want it to be. When we need to be, we can fight back. When we need to protect, we can. When we grow for the future, we love, we embrace. Everything that we are is a family. An unlikely family, but that's what we are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's going to land in the stupid side for me as well.
Brutal.
I want to. Regardless of stupid or not stupid, there's just one thing that, for me, family, yes, protect, and we'll all protect each other, but family doesn't run away either. It's like, and it's just, I'm sorry, I have to ask you, why did you try run? It's just something.
I tried to take the book away that was trying to be destroyed in the fire.
You could have just held it. We're not going to hurt you.
I didn't say it. I never said anything about any of you trying to hurt me.
Just gave that impression. And I thought it was strange. And your book is your book, and that's your business. It's not my business, but it was so shocking that you just disappeared, and I had to go run after you, and you still got away.
My book isn't my book, and it's not my business. Everybody seems to think then therefore it's their book and it's their business. So if it's my book and my business, then that's fine, but it's not interpreted that way.
I'll say it loud and clear for you and everyone around. You can do what you would like with your book. I don't ever want to touch your book ever again. I just don't want that book to harm you or the family. But don't run away. You can just say, hey, I'm going for a bit. If you want to hide your book, that's fine. By me, anyway. We don't know where Dash is right now. And he's part of the family too. But
what happened there? Because last I know, like I said, I was going down the mountain with the book, moving away from Dash, Vathros, whatever. And then next thing I'm in this void. Then I'm in Eos's room. Now we have a bastion. And then what happened? Where did you guys go? Where did Dash go? What happened?
yeah, you missed out on the little Fae guy as well. Yeah. Yeah, we were in the book for quite a while. Then we came out of the book, and yeah, like we just ended up here. Like there's a lot that's gone on, and I've gone through quite a bit over the last even couple of days even. You know, we can all sit down and have dinner and kind of mull over that, but look, we're here now, and look, I'm not mad, but I just don't want you to run away again.
Because he was scared that we would destroy the books, and the book destroyed is what Vathros wanted, so he was afraid that we would free him. That's why he did run away, because he still doesn't understand that he's not alone with this. And Dash does stupid things sometimes.
Yeah, we all do.
Dash is special in that category. I trusted him and he broke it straight away.
But where is Dash? Like, he was there, then I was gone, then you guys were with Dash on the mountain. Now I'm back and he's not.
He kind of just walked away. There was so much going on, and my attention was on you for a bit, and Dash was like out of the peripheral sight. mind of what was going on. But yeah,
I think while we were in the book was inside Dash.
oh that yeah, I don't know.
Because he wasn't in the book. But he did bring the book to the volcano. So Vatharus might have done what he had done in the past when he was in Saiganotoshi. Do you remember? He did take control of somebody outside the book to have some free time.
There's more to the book than I think we can possibly understand. I don't understand it myself, and I've spent a lot of time with it. But I definitely think there's something good or positive, or there's more to
Must be a reason why Stellar did put him in the book. And there must be a reason why he wants the book to be destroyed. I
and
agree
why
with that.
there's parts of Stella in the book as well.
I don't know if Stella put him in there. And if she did, I think it was to protect him, not to make him suffer. I think she knew that Scorchwood wanted him, so she put him in there to keep him safe. She might not have expected to leave him there as long, though. Well, the only way we'll find that out is if we find her journals, which most likely is going to be with Remington. And as we can all tell right now, he's not here.
Alright, we're on top of the mountain. And they're just gone now.
Someone will have it.
No. I think that they existed much of the rest of this place did. Fabrication. A very powerful bending of the light.
Well, that book that Slate holds there was not a bending of the light. You got that there, which meant there was probably other physical forms there. We just need to find out where they got relocated to.
It's unlikely that the whole thing would have just moved. And someone had climbed the mountain and moved all those books. That space was infinite. It stretched on corridor after corridor, an impossible number of rooms.
But everything was pickupable, everything was movable. Which means it exists somewhere.
The whole temple left. They moved the whole entire temple.
Same as this school. It was here. We walked around it. We touched books. Eos put away books. We had fights. We had lessons. It's all gone now and bricked up walls.
Magic is
Not anymore.
complicated.
We've got this here now.
And the magic's still there. What about the crescent shade?
Yeah.
Got one. That's it.
I don't know. I think to sit in the shadow of something can be an honor or can be a burden. Could mean that you're just a fraction of that what was represented.
Okay.
Be the future of the Pearl, not her past. Not anymore, I think.
Okay. How the heck do writers come up with this?
Usually,
But I still
brainstorm.
think this is bigger than just the pearl. The pearl was a tool that Remington tried to use with others to move forward, I think.
To roll both
It's
all
about-
together.
It's about the idea. It's about what makes people be willing to suffer, and people will suffer to make a difference. I don't know if everybody in the Isles could identify themselves with being a shadow of something they've never heard of.
The vanguards of the pearl.
Vanguards is a nice word. Vanguard is a nice word, powerful word.
Isle. Vanguards. Vanguards of the Isle.
You've Inquis. No.
I don't. Protectors. All of us want to protect Pearl, the area, right?
Protecting. Sure, but I'd rather protect
Each
you
other.
guys than.
Yeah, with each other, but if we're all here, we're protecting each other. Like family, all these things, they're all the same. Like all of these things, we're all wanting a better future. We're all wanting to make sure everything is right. You know, but yeah,
What about unity? Just unity. We can do the sideways 8 symbol on our flag. 'Cause I'm thinking flags as well.
That's infinity, not unity.
That's nice.
I don't know. Like, all I can think in my head is, we go somewhere. You know, we go back to Saganatoshi, and someone's like, "Oh, hey, here's Unity," and we're pulling it up on a cart on the Slart.
We'll paint the slart. Okay.
It sounds like a group of bards pulling up. Here's Unity, with their latest
I'll do.
tavern single.
I kind of, yeah. I didn't
Okay.
think about it till you said that, and
I see Slate
So,
getting
and
excited.
name unity.
Unity is out. Slate.
I can play the triangle.
what about just a letter? Like, we are V.
Ooh, cause of Vanguard. Okay.
Viveri Viniversum Vivus Vici.
How do you spell any of that, Amirjana?
Well, no, you couldn't have that as the name of the group, but
That sounds like a motto for the group.
exactly.
I'll hum it.
I'll need a spell check whenever, but not right now. Just
V is nice though, because V could be victory. Also vengeance.
Valor.
Vanguard.
Valor.
War.
Voice in the sky. How dare you? Voice in the sky. Any name suggestions since you're listening?
The voice in the sky suggests just reading whatever chat has been saying for 25 minutes.
Thank you, man.
Pretty sure Liberty Wanderers is a Dublin thing, but yeah. Nice suggestions though.
I like V. There's so many different things that it can be interpreted in many ways, but also looking at the floor in here, you could definitely get a few cobblestone bricks and put a V in the floor.
Yeah, but V is nice because imagery-wise, Aldrin, it's also the tip of the spear, the point of the arrow, but also the navigation point. It could be a symbol of movement and moving forward, depending which direction it goes in. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It's simple. I like it.
It's also the shape that ducks fly in. And ducks fly together.
Okay.
It's actually really observant of both of you. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I'm putting my hand up for V.
There is a flower that I was thinking of, Weslyn. I think it's called Snowdrop. Do you know that?
Doesn't ring a bell immediately into my head, no.
It's a poisonous flower, is it not?
It can be, like most things, but it could also be a medicine. See, the snowdrop shows up as one of the earliest blossoms in spring. They are a sign of summer to come, new life, growth, change from winter, change from hard times to a little bit more ease. Something that people can relate to. Something that is not searching for power to the name, but more for meaning, purpose.
I'm not sure I understand.
That was beautiful too.
The duality of man.
Were we to name ourselves after a flower?
Oh, nightshade.
Or are we like flowers?
I don't think so.
The ones that withstand the winter, the cold. They'd always come back blooming as a sign of change.
Not every flower survives the winter, Hatsu.
But snowdrops do.
I'm not familiar with the snowdrop.
I have one more suggestion. Based on what Hatsu has just said. And then I shall say no more. What about the equitas?
Oh.
It means truth. Just a thought.
Okay. So we have V, Snowdrop, the Equitas, and maybe Nightshade.
Also poisonous, but useful. I like the synopsis of the combining with Snowdrop.
Okay.
Night
4
drop.
suggestions. Ooh, 5 suggestions.
When you sing songs, Weslyn, Slate, and you hear songs about tales and things that inspire people, what are these songs called usually? What do they refer to? What do you think the people need to feel inspired and moved?
Depends on the theme, the tempo, the meaning behind the words. There's so many variables.
Okay.
We could
I can
always
sing you a song. Song of a hero. But it just mentions his name.
I think these were the old ways. The heroes that died alone for a purpose to inspire,
Oh, he didn't die alone.
that died for a purpose to save. I don't think we can do this alone.
We also need a purpose. If I'm to die on behalf of this bastion, there should be a purpose or a reason why I do.
Exactly.
maybe we'll have a better understanding when we're out in the world.
And maybe we should ask people.
Well, we have to go and find some people first if we want to do that, so... Should we get off of this fucking island?
Okay, so we have the address, the attaché, Crescent Pearl, the ocean. Want to figure out the error code. Naming our group, we'll park that for later. And the final point of order is the Major John just referred to. What are we doing?
I just have one more question. For what do we need this code?
Oh, so when the Major is selling diamonds and precious minerals, they have an address to find us.
Yeah, but when we're not here, nobody's here, so nobody can pick up whatever was sent. And
In the
whoever...
bookshop, we had a close sign that you turn on a window.
Yeah, but
I-
where would they put the post and packages then? And we don't have a harbor.
Yeah, I
Should
think this
they-
place is going to need some more work before we get to...
And I also think not everybody should have the address. And everybody who did know where the Arcanum was would know how to find our home. I guess.
All right, I'm just going to sit down.
I'm just curious why we need a public announcement where we are.
The bookshop had an address. The bookshop had a name, even though it wasn't.
Yeah, but it had the purpose to people come in to sell books, right?
Well, we kind of rented the books. We'd get them back eventually. Because they're very rare books.
What do we want this place for? Do we want this to be able to sell and buy goods, or do we want to be able to offer people somewhere safe to go to? People like us.
I think it can be both.
Yeah, both would be great.
But it can't be both
Well-
to start with.
No, I
Exactly.
do agree.
We have
I think-
to find someone that can help us.
Arguably, it can't be
Maintain.
either to start with. Like we said, no harbor, no one knows we're here, no amenities. We're not ready for either yet.
Yeah.
So we need to go out into the world and get the stuff to bring back here to be ready.
Is there, while we're gone, obviously nobody's going to be here, we hope, but is there any way of us safeguarding the place while we're gone? In case somebody decides, oh hey, there's nobody else around here, just stay tonight.
I mean, I could probably make some booby traps, but it's going to be a case of they die if they set them off.
I don't want people staying here. I don't even
I
have a
don't-
key to my room.
I don't want anyone to stay.
Currently, there's nothing of significance here, just some bricks and mortar. So if somebody does stay,
And
Yes,
if we come back
I-
and someone's made it into something, then coming back trying to gain access to our place that someone's built up. I don't want that either.
but I think we'd be able to get back in pretty easily. We've had good experience getting into places thus far. so I don't think we'd have any difficulty if somebody was here. It's a bridge we can cross if we have to. For now.
If I understood Remington correct, that this place has some simple mechanisms to scare people off, but I'm not very knowledgeable about these magic things.
I think it did when the Arcanum was here. Now everything's gone. I think it's just an island.
I'm pretty sure in the notes of the Bastion, it was clear stated that there's some sort of protection.
Okay.
Not very high security level, but low.
That's true. That did happen. Yeah. All I got is this little kind of alarm, but it's only good within a certain range, and if we're hundreds of kilometers away, it's no good. Like scare.
I wonder where Pumuckl is. He might be able to.
Who?
I'm sorry, who?
The Fae.
That small
The
Pumuckl.
little
orange hair.
Yeah.
For legal
Fae.
reasons, I don't know if we ever said his name, but we can call him Pumuckl.
If you've already been to where he lives, in a
That
sense.
series is over 50 years old.
They're making a new one, so I don't want to get pushed by that either.
Yeah.
The Pamuku.
Well, my point was if we
Lulu.
could convince him to have a home and at the same time maybe look a little bit so nobody would just go in and I don't know,
I think a silver coin or something, and maybe a bit of food. They'd be happy. Maybe.
Seems to be very careful with that.
Oh, I won't pay them. It's not my.
I don't want him in my room.
It's not my
The
thing.
place would be
I
fine.
don't know.
I love Eldrin, man.
The place will be fine on its own. Like Slate said, what's the worst that's going to happen? We're going to come back, somebody's, sleeping in one of the rooms. Get the fuck out. It's not exactly hard.
No offense, but as much as that will be fine, I would hate to come back and see someone sleeping in the else's room, because I'll walk out my room and just see the door blown off the hinges. I just feel it.
Well, we'd just put a sign outside Dash's room saying free room.
That's the guest room.
Well, no, we've got the guest room and Dash's room.
We
And
can
if they're
make
in
that
Dash's
the
room,
guest
then it's up to Dash to sort it out.
Wouldn't it be insane if we came back and Dash was here?
It's impossible. He's probably dead.
I think I'd be floored, honest.
I think he'd be flawed for fucking doing this.
What about all the speedos in there, though? Like,
Yeah. I
He
don't
hasn't had
want
a
to
chance
watch
to
them.
hang him up yet, so...
Yeah, they're not going on the horse.
speaking of horrors, who's gonna drag the what is it called? The magic thing that floats in the water.
Oh, you mean the
Slow?
Slurrote?
Slurrote.
We had
Yes.
to extend the name because of all of its extra ability.
Aquatica?
Who's gonna drag it through the waters?
Eos Zizu and the slot.
I actually
I can make a red beanie.
took a few days to kind of mull over a few things. I might temporarily might have a small little bit of help with that if our flow, or if the boat kind of stops and there's no rowing oar and there's no breeze, it may be able to get a little bit of help, and we can just push it.
How temporary is this boost?
An hour.
How often can you do it, Aldrin?
I've not tested how many times I could do it, but
There's certain things that I can do as much as I wish. But there's more powerful
feel-
things which...
yeah.
Between us all, we'd be able to do it.
Okay. What if the island?
Well, but we will be on the ocean for like weeks. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's not.
so why not a sail?
Well, that's actually one of our plans. We have the tent equipment that we're gonna make sails from.
Rudder.
The rudder should be fairly easy.
Yeah, just. Handle.
And sure, we can always have Slate look at a sea creature and turn into one and just drag us along if we needed it.
Oh, can you talk to animals, Adriana? That would be super handy.
I mean, I can talk to them. They won't talk back, but...
Not all sea creatures are animals.
Yeah, some are cephalopods.
Some are mammals.
They're all beasts, except for the ones who are aberrant.
Some of them can breathe air and water. Amphibious? No.
Amphibious.
Thank you.
Ideally, we'd just be able to sail, and the wind would just carry us.
Amphibious creatures
That would be
don't live in
great.
the ocean, as far as I know.
Arguably, anyone can breathe underwater. It's just how long you can go without breathing.
In there?
Same with space.
Exactly.
In there.
You've been to space?
Yeah, we should.
Oh,
Yeah.
got me
working on
worried
it.
for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
When are we going?
Space? No.
No, the boat.
Oh.
Actually, I wonder if I could ask the boat to turn into a rocket. Would that work?
I feel like if we're going to go sailing, we could have all of these conversations on the raft while we're sailing, because it's going to take some time and we should probably get going. Just my
Slate.
2 cents.
Do you know anything about sailing?
Coincidentally, I know a little something about that.
So I have some wood. Come down to the waterfront with me, actually. I have some wood that is floating.
Before we do that,
Oh,
there are 2 things. First of all, before you plan on leaving the island, I have opened up your storage containers so that you may store things from your inventory and take things from them. It is the same containers you had in the Arcanum, so anything you had there should be here, and vice versa. They are on your sheet next to your backpacks. They will be removed from your sheet when you leave this island, so I recommend taking some time to remove the things you don't want. They will be in their containers and stuff like that, and like, yeah, that's just, do what you got to do with that. I don't know. The second thing is, if you're leaving the island, make sure you know not just that you're getting off the island, make sure you know where you're going and how to get there, what direction it's in, and how to best achieve it, because you do have spells to summon things, you do have rations and stuff like that, but all of that has expiration dates if you guys are lost on the ocean forever. So, you know, just be sure that you're being smart with what you choose to do. We're going to take a break so you guys can sort through your inventory, so you can have a conversation about this, so we can refill our coffees, and we'll pick up on sort of the meeting breaking then, so you guys can get your sailing in motion and figure out where you're going. Yeah, I think that's good. Everyone okay with that plan?
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back in 10. There will be a boss battle, so feel free to battle it, I think. I'm just vamping while I get the music ready. Perfect. Are you? Yeah, can you feel the energy?
Destroy
defeat
it.
Yeah. That's it. Hell yeah. All right. We'll be back in 10. We love you. See you shortly.
bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Hey, we are back. Let's do this. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Before we go, though, gang, there's one more thing. Eos goes into her backpack and she takes out the seal and puts it in the middle of the table. That, or her, I guess. What are we doing?
What's this again?
Oh, we have a bird lady in a jar.
Oh,
She's been there for about 870 years. Mats.
oh.
I mean,
We set her free.
I thought. Oh,
We did within one of the scenarios in the book, and she murdered everyone.
She was nice to me.
oh yeah.
I mean, if we're unsure and we want to have a discussion and check if she's in there, if she's okay, who and what she is, I mean, she probably can't go that far if we're out at sea. So, that
And she's
could be
a bird
done on our
lady.
journey.
Maybe she can drag the boat.
Hmm?
Or
Might wanna
fly
ask for
around
her.
us until we get stranded, and then she...
Might want to ask for her help first before putting on a harness and.
Yeah, I'm sure this is a conversation we can have. I mean, we're going to be on the boat for some time, I'd imagine.
We're having this conversation now, Slate.
No, I meant with her. We could talk with her on the boat.
We should not negotiate with her while we're at a disadvantage. We have more land underneath us here now.
And we're inside, she can't just fly away, right? So,
Nor can she drop us on the ground from here.
All right. We
Not
letting her
kill
out?
the others.
Are we seeing if she's still in there? If what happened in the book happened, or if she's still there? What do we just let her out and see?
We did promise her release from the prison she was in, and she was willing to endure this witchery.
She might come out as a bones. We don't know yet.
In a long time.
does.
They don't work quite like that, I don't think. Well, I don't think they do. We survived 1,000 years.
I mean, if she wants to stay here and look after these empty bricks and mortar while we're gone, it's a hell of a sight better than where she was.
Fair.
Don't let her out.
She can stretch her wings, she can, you know. Let's talk, let's see.
I mean, what is the purpose of freeing someone when they are prison again?
Well, I presume being out here is better than being in there.
No, I was thinking we did save her life at your dad's place, Eos, so she doesn't get killed.
Yeah.
But if we keep her in the jar the whole time, that's contradictory to the purpose of freeing her. I don't know.
Oh, a lot happened very quickly, but like, I just feel bad that she's in there, and if it was me,
Yeah, I'd want
she'd
out.
be having a good time. I don't know.
Alright, why don't we vote? Let's vote to take her out.
Wait, what kind of taking out are you talking about?
Oh,
Well, that depends. That depends.
I vote to let her out, but if she becomes a problem, take her out.
I vote for both.
okay.
We should fulfill our oath.
Alright.
Not
The ayes
everyone
have it.
voted. Hatsu, concern?
I did vote, but I don't think we should let her out inside here. We should go to the woods or something. So she's
Can
not
we-
directly aware.
We're not doing the woods.
How about the beach?
The beach.
What if she just flies away?
Well, problem solved both ways.
It's a,
Like,
yeah.
so I need to get Ducky back in this to come back to the Arcanum if Ducky's still alive.
You know horses don't live that long, Eos.
In my mind, he will live forever. Voice in the Sky has a strange.
Just
look in
just
his
put my
cloud face.
hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, Jurgen lives in my heart.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Don't worry
Happens.
about it.
Let's let her out, deal with this, and then we can do everything else on the boat.
Okay, on beach.
Sure.
Okay, Eos grabs the seal like this and heads down to the beach.
I
Out in the
go
rain?
to a Madriana.
Yeah.
Before they leave, Hatsu would fill the cooked water that Slate and him collectively got into the thing.
No problem.
Well,
We'll go back to
yeah,
Elgin for a second there
first.
because he was talking, and then we can do all of that. Yeah.
I just, as we're walking down, I just kind of walk way to Madriana, and I just say, look, just in case, you know, you need to go after her and take her out, just, I'll give you a hand. And I'm just basically getting ready to cast guidance on her in case she needs to, like, grapple her or something like that.
What do you mean if I need to go and deal with her? You got fucking wings too. You're
Well-
coming with me.
Okay, but yeah, we both know you're faster, but yeah, I just don't
Maybe,
wanna say
but you
that
can
too
still
loud.
be up there.
Okay, but at least don't go too fast, because, I'll try keep up.
Do you want me to put a leash on you so I can pull you a bit quicker?
Look, if it works, just don't let them see, okay?
We need to find an invisible leash. Okay.
I'm not writing down in my notes. You can note that down, because I am not partaking in finding my own leash.
It's nice to know that you knew instinctively that it would be for you wearing it.
How else are you going to pull me? I'll just slow you down if I put it on you. And I'm not into that kind of thing, if that's what you're aiming at.
Have you never seen a dog pull its owner? At least you're still on the dog, but it's still pulling the owner.
Fair. I still don't think I'd be fast enough to be able to... I'd pull you down when I lose my wings. At least you might be able to hoist me back up then. Or stop me from just plummeting.
Well, I tell you what, I'll leash you up, and you can get up when I say you can. Is that fair?
Cool, but no muzzles. I draw the line at that.
Okay. Interesting line, and good to know.
I've seen Eldrin's character in Pulp Fiction in the back of a gun store at some point. Yeah, so... Okay, so before you guys go, you guys get yourselves kind of sorted and together and situated for this, because it's raining, whatever. Hatsu fills up the containers. Is there anything else you're doing before you all leave this building? I assume you might be coming back. I'm not saying that. I just mean, like, is there anything else just so that we can get everything in order? Cool.
I am going to fold light around myself and become invisible.
Sure. Just make sure you cast it.
It's free.
Oh, it's only free like a certain amount of times, though, right?
No, that's at will.
Good. Very good.
Warlocks. Woo!
Now, how do I kill him?
Start with the patron and
Work my way up from there. Yeah.
Can I do something?
No.
I suppose it...
can you?
No, I've already left. No, I won't do
You
it.
can. We have not left, because I literally just said we have not left.
Okay.
So you're good.
So I'm leaving a book back in my room.
Okay.
Just because Eldrin's slightly paranoid because we're leaving the place and nobody at the reception to be like, hey, welcome to Casa della Sanctuary here.
I still call it Chalet Attaché. That's what I'm going to call it. So.
Chalet attaché?
There you go.
Attaché de Chalet.
On postcards.
I am going to close my door over, but I'm going to leave my book. So I'm going to have my hand in around the door and leave my book leaning towards the door. And I'm going to close the door so that if somebody opens the door, they're going to knock the book over and I'll know someone's... Eldrin has no type of idea how or any other traps would work. This is the only thing he can think of in his mind with what he has at the moment. That he's just going to leave a book behind the door. If someone walks in, they're going to push the door and the book will be moved.
I just had this thought of we come back and like all your walls are missing, but the door frame of the door's still there, and you're like, oh, nobody broke in. That's fine.
He's just sitting on the
Hole
beach.
in the wall, and I'm like,
That's
it's
Rossman.
fine.
Yeah, no problem. You set up a trap. I mean, assuming you don't leave,
Trap.
just, like, you might stay tonight and leave tomorrow. I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, it is entirely possible. Whatever you would like to
It
do.
is totally
your book
booby
trap
trapped with a book.
It falls over, scares the shit out of any intruders. It's the perfect plan. Cool.
Proficiency in traps with books.
With books. Cool. Is there anyone else doing anything before they wander out of this house? Again, I'm not telling you to get on the start or to go. I'm just confirming because I wanted to make sure everybody had whatever they were doing in order. You're walking on the beach. You're still talking. Totally fine.
I think we're getting ready for a scrap, so I'm not doing anything in the house.
Cool.
Okay. Eos wanders down to the shoreline where the tide is going in and out. I think we should all sit down for this, just in case we scare Bird Lady.
No.
For standing? No? I never... Okay.
You can. I'm
okay,
standing.
Cool, thanks. She actually only looks towards the Major and like... All right. By the power invested in me,
Or
I
invested in you?
opened this. I'm investing myself, voice in the sky.
I'm just checking, Sorry. I don't know why I'm being pedantic about this. I was just curious.
Go, seal, go. And she opens the seal.
For no reason at all.
choose you.
For no reason at all.
I'm reading guidance from him.
I'll do this. No,
Calm
don't worry
down.
about why.
Okay.
Hands already on the blade.
So,
Goes to squatting.
emerging from the seal in a puff of smoke is a creature with wings on its back, claws on on its hands, and sort of talons on its legs. It is humanoid but covered in feathers. What is this?
Oh, hi. My name's Eos. You were inside this magic jar thing. And this is my friends. Welcome to the Crescent Pearl.
You are not the voice I heard before I came in here.
That's right.
Where is the voice?
I don't know. It's kind of disappeared from existence somehow.
I have no deal with you. Oh, one of
Okay.
you is the voice?
You're on mute if you're talking, John.
The voice will reach into her mind as it did before.
Mhm.
You are free.
Am I?
You are to leave them. They are under my protection. As you are under my protection.
She speaks out loud because she doesn't know the mental thing we established that before.
Mhm.
Good. But what is the price?
There's no price. You
There's
have
always
freedom.
a price. And what is this freedom? You've brought me to a wasteland?
It will be something great soon. What can you bring to this land?
Am I imprisoned here? Is this
No.
some kind of
You are free.
free to go where?
Wherever you wish.
Will I be hunted or
I cannot say. While you are here, you are protected.
you took me from some very powerful people?
They are not here, and they do not know you're here.
What is the price? There's always a price.
There is no price. You are free.
None of you move your lips. Which of you is speaking to me?
Oh, the disappearing one. I
It
can't
doesn't
see.
matter which one of us it is. What matters is what they're telling you.
Do any of you have intentions of hunting me? Using
No.
me for your personal gain?
No, I've been hunted all my life. As you can probably tell.
We don't care for that. I wouldn't advise going around murdering people randomly either, though.
She looks around. Who is that to murder?
No one here, but if you decide to leave the island, then you'll eventually come across people.
I am a good flyer, but not that good.
I'm gonna take a moment to change my form to maintain my face, but change the rest of my appearance to mimic hers.
Male or
As
female?
best I can. Female. I'll go female, but just slightly. Like so, basically, it's identical except the face. The face is just slightly different, so she's not seeing a mirror of herself. She's just seeing something similar.
She steps back
Um,
and does just lift a hand because she's unsure what's happening.
And I'm just going to say, we're more alike than you think. We've no reason to hunt you or want you anything but safe. we have common ground, and then I'm just going to drop it back to the way it was.
Is this a trap? Is this a joke?
No, you are free.
Did this from what's the kindness of your heart?
Pretty much.
What did you do that made them capture you?
So you don't know who I am, you freed me, you have no expectation of cost.
My name is Eos.
We just don't like to see monsters imprisoned.
She grimaces a little bit at monsters.
It's not nice, is it? Eos pulls down the hood, revealing the ears. So everything's on full disclosure.
So who are you then? And why did they capture you?
Is this an interrogation? Am I supposed to...
It's a question. You can choose to ignore me or you can choose to answer. It's called getting to know people.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I assist with that? Because I was trying to show that we're similar and together and whatever have you. Can we
Remember, I
make one each?
cast guidance on the major hand.
Yeah, I'd say one each would be better than me doing it both.
You have guidance, Major Anna, as well.
Ah, see? Screw you, dice. You absolute suck. Fuck off, like.
7 and 10.
I got mine was a nat 1, so
And so was mine.
I'm going to use my inspiration because I might as well. I never use them, so I'm going to.
Oh,
use
they're both. They are both now ones.
This game fucking sucks.
Can you please someone post that to the Discord for me? Thank you.
That should work. 25.
And if you post it to Discord, just mention that Slate was redacted. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, you know my form. Although you can change yours at will.
And then I'll slowly, like kind of quickly, like take moments to change into each and every person here and then just flicker into a couple of different people and say, that's what I can do. And then I'm going to focus on my translucent form to show that and say, I'm also like you, different.
Vex caught me because I would go to small villages and pose as a god or a herald of one. In exchange for food, I would keep them safe.
Eos smiles at that.
So you're a charlatan?
Advantageous, perhaps.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't see any problem with that.
That's clever.
Just wanted to be clear.
Perhaps I crossed some lines, incited a little bit of chaos and fear, but I got paid, I got food, I had safety.
Where did you do this?
Smaller places in Arboros. But apparently, I guess someone heard. And quite a lot of people came to take me away.
I mean, what do you expect when they hear of a flying person that's pretending to be a herald of a god?
Yes, but there were backwater, smaller villages. I did not think they had much communication.
For each of these.
Which god?
Does it matter?
It'd be nice to know.
Not any of the good ones.
So, would you say you're quite malevolent? I can never say that word. No,
Malevolent.
that one. Yeah,
Is that the word? Yeah.
Malefic or malevolent?
malevolent.
Yeah. What? Weird.
I think the word is I just wanted to survive. I'm a survivalist. If surviving means taking advantage of some dim-witted people, so be it. I never hurt anyone, not until they tried to take me.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
But when they tried to take me, I finished a few people.
Yeah.
Hearing her say that, you know, she more or less never hurt anyone unless they deserved is kind of what she's trying to imply. Using my ability to study people, I've been watching her this whole time, and I've seen a lot of faces and things like, you know, micro expressions and things like that. I want to try and read her body language and her micro expressions to try and get a feel for, was that genuine? Because I'm fairly adept at saying things that could be true or not true, so I want to try and get a feel for if I think that might be genuine or just she's trying to survive right now.
You can have your insight check. And I appreciate you not just shouting, insight check! As always.
That will be an 8.
Wow, okay. It's hard to read her because if she's not just telling the truth, then she's veiling something deeply within the truth. It's very hard to read that from someone that you don't know, and especially a creature that's already mistrusting of you. Like, it could be for any reason that even if she was hiding something, that she could be doing it purely out of just a mistrust. She's not sure of the circumstances or situation, so it's very hard to take all of that. It's like when you arrest a criminal, it's hard to know if they're telling the truth, if they're lying to protect themselves, all of that. Like, you don't know what a confession really is until you contextually have all the information, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
What I'd like to do is step like a half step forward, not to approach her, just to move because it draws the eye. And what I want to do is say, you know, your story sounds a lot like mine. I've taken many forms, I've lived many places, and I've done many things. I also would class myself a survivalist. So I can relate to where you might be in your head right now and what you might be trying to figure out about us. What I want to do is drop my backpack, drop my belt, drop my...
I can tell you what it is I'm thinking. You're either the hunter or the hunted. Which is it?
We're the hunter. You're just not our prey.
At this point, Eos is fully sitting back in the sand, super chillaxed with a big smile on her face. She's in awe, amazed, so impressed by what this person has done.
You are definitely the one she trusts least.
Yep.
Madriana, I'm going to give you another persuasion check because that was a really good answer. You still have guidance as well. Because the new guidance lasts for a minute. So.
Okay, slightly better. 15.
She smirks at your answer. There's something more there. She believes you.
So, after dropping my gear and walking forward, I want to put my hand out and say to her, I've been in your situation. As much as you want to know if you can trust us, I also want to know if we can trust you. And then I'm going to put my hand out and say, are you willing to let me know your thoughts, know what you're really thinking? And I put my hand out.
As someone who can take on so many forms, it's strange of you to want to understand myself. I get the feeling you don't understand yourself so much yet. Perhaps you should use your insights on yourself, not on others.
Damn.
As somebody who knows a little bit of something about most things, I find it easier to give advice, take it. So sometimes I find it easier to read other people than myself.
Something tells me that this is the most truthful that any of you have been.
My question remains: we're willing to take a chance, and I gesture to my gear on the ground, my sword on the ground, all of my stuff, so I'm not a threat. And I say, this is a conversation about taking a chance. And so I ask you again, are you willing to let us know if we can trust you? And my hand is still out.
There's a voice communicating within my mind. You have no items, but they do. And this one is sitting there smiling at me like I am about to be some kind of carnivorous dinner. So you can tell me with certainty that you are one that I can trust, but I am still outnumbered, outmatched, outgunned.
No, you just remind me of myself in some other ways.
If you feel that way, you're free to go. There's none of us around you. We're not doing anything. We're actually about to take a little ride on our boat. So
She looks around.
you can go and
There's
do
no
whatever
boat.
you want. There's no boat that you can see. It doesn't mean there is no boat. There's also a person talking to you in your head that you can't see. You understand that the world isn't just what you see, right?
My eyes are very good. I can see a lot.
Then can
Me
you
too.
see the potential in this conversation as this might be a place that you could stay, fish, eat, be safe, survive, all the things that you've said you've been looking for and doing to get by. You currently have a place of haven, and we're trying to ascertain if you can stay here, but you seem a little reluctant to let us know more about you before we decide whether we want you to stay where we are.
The last peoples that invited me to stay put me in a cage and did very...
You'll find no cages here.
In fact, we literally just let you out of one. In fact, we let you out of two.
Also, I have the ability to know more about you whether you want me to or not. So if I wanted to, I could have. But this is why I asked. This is about consent.
And if I were to stay, would this be... Do I need to join your merry band, or could I just...
You could
have
just stay, as far as I'm
solace in
concerned.
solitude? Huh?
You do whatever you want.
No?
Fish, as you said, fish. Live free. Build a house in a tree.
Exactly.
Fly up the cave, up into the mountains and live on the mountains. It's up to you what you want to do.
There used to be a guy in the mountains.
And what did you do to him?
We didn't do anything. The honest truth to this, madame, is we were stuck inside of a book for over 1,000 years. I felt really bad about having you inside of this jar that was designed to keep my horse in for safety over long distances. And the guilt got to me and let you free. And you are now representing a different side that I feel quite personally and amazed by, and you've done very well at fooling humans. Because you are angelic in presence, you are mighty and astounding. To you, I want nothing from you but maybe just a thanks, Eos. And you can do whatever you want.
some of you stand relaxed and some of you stand on guard. Why?
We didn't know what would happen, and we let you out.
But if you are saviors to me, why would I have any reason unless you gave me one?
You can save a bear from a trap, but that bear might not be able to differentiate who caught him and who saved him. Some creatures react aggressive when they get hurt.
The Frog and the Scorpion. I think it's a book everybody read as a child.
Reading is not something that was given to me. I learned to hunt. And to spot prey.
As I said to you, we're not hunting you, but we are also not your prey.
Is there a safe way to leave this island, should I choose?
Absolutely.
You fly.
I cannot fly for days.
I wouldn't fly into the southeast or southwest direction. That's what I would advise to you.
Unfortunately, we find ourselves in a little bit of a predicament where we're having to remove ourselves from this island on a perilous journey on a small boat. If you wanted to do the same, then you would also need to have a small boat.
And I have permission, if I was to stay, to build a home and be left
I'll help
alone.
you. Yeah.
Yes.
There is one rule to this. One very critical rule.
Is this in her head or out loud now?
Yeah, in her head.
In her head, okay. And what
Western
is
Woods.
this rule?
Western Woods are not for you to set up a house.
And why is this?
Because HOAs are outlawed.
I'm not familiar with this term.
Good. That land is claimed.
The Western Woods, it is. I will leave this alone.
Would you like to know a bit of history about this island that you're on?
No.
Okay.
Is there
One
any
other thing.
Yes.
We plan to have this as in the future, as a position for trade, as a position for people like us that are not wanted in the main part of the world, to be able to come and also enjoy the civility of peace and quiet.
Yes, I have heard this before from a militia. You want to be the next Gomgalor?
You've been?
Yes. I fled.
What's it like?
Militant.
By
So it's
humans
not
or-
nice.
This is a place for dangerous people who want to change the way things are, but not through peaceful means.
Do they look like me?
Some. But they would just as easily kill you as they would him or her.
That's not how it's going to be here.
Okay.
I'm almost certain that is not how Gomgalor began.
Yeah. It's meant to be a refuge for people.
Yes, perhaps once.
Yeah.
And
But
what
if it's
is
something we...
What is this? She points to your bastion.
It's our house.
Yes.
Thanks.
It is
Working on it.
small for so many people, no?
Oh, we just built it yesterday.
We built this entire thing in one day.
It was very
Yeah,
compact.
We're kind of clever like that when we want to be.
I will scout and see what this island has. And if this is truly a haven, perhaps one day I shall offer support. But if this
Well,
is
don't
a
be a
trap,
stranger.
you are all dead.
Okay.
Also, by the way, don't bother eating the red fish that you'll catch off the edge of the beach here. There's fuck all meat on them.
Good advice. My advice to you is, if you do intend to go to some place like Gomgalore in the hopes of seeing someone like you,
Mm-hmm.
don't.
Okay. Thanks for the information.
They are nothing more than terrorists. They are the reason that people like the Crisis Response Unit exist, and people like us suffer from this. Put your faith in
Actually,
the
we
right
appreciate
people.
I just want to point out, pretending to be a herald of a god probably wasn't the best way to make our people look good either. But, you know, you had to eat.
I guess that is the same for both of us. We both pretended to be saviors. I'm still not
Did
sure
you-
why you did.
Are you not safe?
I am, but I believe, but I do not know why. I guess we will see. Thank you, yes.
You're welcome.
And to this disembodied voice, I offer my thanks. And I do intend to follow these rules that you have set. I will avoid the Western Woods. I will not cause any problems for you, and you will not cause any problems for me.
We will meet again, and perhaps we will share a meal.
I would not count on this, but the future is still unwritten.
Of course.
One last thing.
Yes?
What was your name again?
Virelia of the Broken Glade.
It's a nice name.
It's been a long time since I've used it.
Where in Arboris are you from?
Yes. You all should take care. With
Before
that,
she goes,
there's one flap, but go ahead.
I just point up to where I'm intending on having my temple, and I say, there, on the cliff face, overlooking the sea. This is also forbidden. This is sacred land. But everywhere else that has not been claimed, you're free to roam.
What is this claimed for?
It is claimed for my god, unless you follow the same god.
Which god is this?
Tempest.
Yes, of course. I have no intentions of crossing his path. She just soars towards the mountain.
Ciao, ciao.
Through all of our terribly boring and useless and pointless history lessons that we had in the school, do we know where this broken glade is?
Make a history check.
Or any
Can
reference to the
I-
broken glade?
Can I ask, through my copious amounts of studies I would have done with my mother, would have been a historian and scribe, would I have ever come across this from any texts that I may be able to show or give any insight to.
You are well within your rights to also make a history check.
For the podcast, I got 13.
I got a 17.
There's one place in Arboris that used to be called the Broken Glade. It was said to be founded by druids or druidic types. It was a small place. Like the population is probably a little over 200 now. Like it's not something that is like a huge place, but it is something that is held to be sacred in Arboris, and it's known as Halaya. The only other thing I would say that you get as a higher roll, Eldrin, would be that they have a sacred tree just known as the Great Tree that's there. And the area used to be called the Broken Glade. They don't really go by that name anymore, but some people, scholars and stuff, would know the name for sure.
Interesting. With that, I kind of would think that from her going off, I would follow to see if she's gone to maybe any trees that are overlooking the island. She's probably gone to what would be considered a big tree or a great tree on the island. That I feel like that would be maybe somewhere she may want to set up shop, so to say.
Sure.
That would kind of to him anyway.
She
Yes,
flies and flies and flies until she's but a speck and then not even visible at all.
He's over to Madriana. My heart skipped a beat. She's amazing.
She is certainly something. I'm glad I don't have the feathers all over like she does, though.
Yeah, you related?
No. Well,
That's kind of
no. I hope not.
Okay.
She has
I'm not even
claws.
sure if
I
that's
kind of
insane.
just have fingers.
The god thing, though. Do you think Meldrin and the Madriana, you know, if we need to?
What, do you want me to
point.
pretend to be a herald from a god?
If we ever need to use it.
I mean, he literally has wings given to him by a god, so if anyone was going to be the herald, it would be Eldrin.
oh dear. Okay. Yeah.
While this conversation is going on, I'm going to pick up all my gear and put it back on.
Right. Off to sea we go. Are you ready?
Where are we going? Actually.
I figured you knew where we were going.
Wherever the breeze takes us.
Just get out a compass. So, the area where Hatu and I live should be somewhat south, tiny bit southeast of here.
Show me that compass for a minute there, yes?
Of course.
I'm going
There
to
you go.
look at it. No, but I'm going to look at it in your hand.
Oh,
And I'm going to see which way it's pointing. And then I'm going to take it.
sure.
And I want to see if it changes.
Oh, okay. That's the entire rapier because it's literally attached to the rapier.
It
Jack,
This is
Jack
a
Sparrow.
nice weight. It's very well balanced.
It's a bit dull though, but it's nice.
You could sharpen that up.
doesn't change because it's pointing true north.
So it is an actual compass.
Actual
Cool.
compass, yeah.
Just checking this isn't some Black Pearl shit.
If it is, it hasn't been activated yet.
Peppermint tea, which direction? Here we go.
That's all it
Where's
does.
the
Yeah, it
rum?
points to peppermint tea.
Where's the rum?
Where's the rum gone?
Are we heading back to Ouroboros? I think Hatsu would like to check in on home, and apparently you want to get back to Ducky.
Yeah, and she says this quite quietly within earshot of Madrian and probably Eldrin because they're relatively close. Make sure my mom's alive as well.
I hope so, but temper your expectations, okay?
Of course. We can only get one blessing a day.
Put my hand on
Got
her
it.
shoulder. Kind of a show of support.
Thanks, Andrew.
Is the intention to go directly there? Are we stopping anywhere along the way? Do you want answers for any questions? Is there anything you want to check? There's plenty of places between here and the southern side of Arboris.
Let's have a look at the map, actually.
Like Vaudois, for example.
That's definitely one place that's available. Yeah, of course.
You don't want to go there.
Obama Plaza. Get a snack box.
There
Obama
would
Plaza.
genuinely be a potential that if we pulled up to the Vaudois, that we just get fucking blown out the sea.
If there's
Yeah.
an Obama Plaza, it's not Verdoir, man. It's the only place that would not be.
Verdoir's like Supermax 2 a.m. after like a night out.
Verdoir is like
Okay.
the criminal empire of this fucking whole place.
Okay,
It's
fine.
the-
It's McDonald's.
Yeah, Supermax
Yeah,
2
McDonald's.
a.m. on a busy street
Oh,
after
Supermax.
nightclub
Sorry,
ends.
I think my Supermax like a prison.
Supermax.
I just realized you meant literally like the shipper.
Back to the prison. Oh my god.
So
Welcome
it could
to
be.
Greasy Food Emporium.
Well, I think it,
It's a boat buy. You just go past and order your food.
Both back.
I think it depends on the route we take, right?
Black box on
Yeah,
the river.
For sure.
I mean, if the plan is to go through that southeasterly route and then go through the river to get to Sasaki, there's a lot of things we'll be passing. Things that I am not familiar with. I don't know what this island is here between Arboris and the volcano.
Yeah, do we know what that lighthouse is? We went past it, but do we know
Talking
what
to a
it is?
lighthouse south of Vaudois between Arboris and Vulcanus.
Between
Riker mentioned that.
between every isle is a large lighthouse that is situated that you've seen at least two of. They are mostly seem like things that are spotting ships or protective thing more so than just guiding people past rocks. Also guiding people past rocks, but they are guard towers effectively for someone.
So do we want to avoid that then? Or does
You've
it
gone
matter?
past it a few
Cheers.
times. Like you've gone past 2 or 3, so nothing has happened so
Yeah.
far. Doesn't mean anything won't happen this time. I'm not beating you. I just mean you in your experience so far have not had any real interaction
Yeah.
with it other than going past one. 2.
I think last time when we crossed certain places, we had a boat from the Arcanum, so
That's
We had
correct.
protection,
we
yeah.
might have to be more careful this time. What if we would go east and follow the shoreline of the north? So we have spots to go on land and replenish stuff, and then move over to Arboris and follow our destination, the landway.
May I
I
suggest something?
think we have a better chance to survive in the woods than we have on the ocean.
I mean, it certainly gives us options. If we're going well at the ocean, we can continue along a shoreline. If we're not, landfall. Either way, options are good. So I'm happy to vote for that.
What if we make landfall during the day and travel at maximum pace at night, like pirates?
I mean, I'll be asleep at night, so if you want to carry me, I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, but
I
need
would
to
suggest we
rest.
avoid traveling at night in the woods of Aboris.
Oh no, I meant water at night. We still on land at day.
If we were on a more secure vessel, I would say you'd be right, yes, but vision limited as it is would be bad. But if we happen to get caught in the water at night,
Oh, yeah,
it
we're
would be
dead.
almost impossible to, yes.
I think we're all in agreement that we head for the coastline, and then thereafter we can decide when we get there what might be best based on what situation we're in terms of rations, weather, what we see, We can call it as we go.
Okay. Right. Before we leave, I'll leave a note on the main door for our bird friend saying, "Gone wandering. Back in a few days."
Don't back, but please
She
leave
might
a
come for
note.
tea. You never know, Aldrin.
I look up and I just cannot see that speck that she was before, and I'm like, yeah, leave a note. And I kind of just look towards the water and kind of am just like, yeah. I'm like, she's not coming back, but yeah, leave a note.
While you're doing that, Eos, Slade, do you want to help me put this sail onto this boat? See if we can make it up to work it. So we go down to the water edge and the boat comes out and trying to affix the what is our tent, over cover to make it into sails. Because back then, I think, but I say back then like it's a real time, but in the premise of these times, the tent would have been made out of more of like a canvas material rather than the polyurethane we're used to nowadays.
So here's nice. Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a crafting check. And the way I'll do that is for this, because of what you're trying to do, I'm gonna use dexterity instead of sleight of hand. However, I am gonna give you your proficiency on this. I'm gonna give you advantage because Slate's helping you. So it's gonna be a dexterity check with proficiency, with advantage. And based on the supplies that you gathered over the last session, I think it was last week, you guys gathered supplies and said you were doing that during the downtime. I'll give you a +3 to this as well. So +3 plus proficiency and advantage.
So I do a +6 and then an advantage roll.
And then I'll say to you, I did some stitching with some books, and I've said to you about, stitching medicine-wise, etc. The stitching on this is pretty good. In fact, I know a little something about this. So let me just help you with this.
And you cast guidance. Got it. So you also have guidance on you, which is a +d4, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a crazy roll, but there you go. Please don't get a nat 1. That's all I'm asking. 24.
That's a 24.
Dirty 24 somehow. Yes. You guys managed to situate the... First you bring the slard out, you activate it. It does turn into more of a boat than a sled. Obviously it transforms. It does sink for a moment, but then it transforms and comes back up. It still has the same seating arrangements. There's nowhere really to lie down. It is seats like it would be on a cart, but it's at least something better than nothing, right? You affix to the roof of this thing, pulling strings inside so you can kind of steer it. You put up a sail with a rudimentary turning ability, but it's very, very basic. It's not built with like amazing tactical abilities, and it's not made of something amazing in fabric like you said. It's just comprised of anything you guys could get your hands on, even trap.
In my bag, I have a grappling hook, and if you think of a grappling hook with the 4 pieces and rope coming under, you can use that to pull, twist, kind of get the ropes to go underneath the roof and tie it off, and use that to manipulate them.
Rudimentary steering, but at least it can be done.
And a simple rudder at the back, which is just wood. It's very easy to do. To assist.
The slot also comes with storage. As in it has storage on it, so
the storage
I'm
is
going to
only accessible while it's open, so whatever you're bringing, make sure you have space to carry it if you have to, because when you transform it back into the cube, it doesn't have its storage anymore. It
chucks it out. Yes. But what I'm going to be using the storage for is I'm essentially going to be jamming it full of like any cooked smoked fish and stuff that we've got, so that we've got plenty of food. I
think we worked out that you guys had 8 and you probably ate a couple of those, but I'll give you guys time over the week. So roll a d10 for me, Madrina.
Yeah, we would have been fishing all along anyway.
Yeah.
Salting that fish, gun down.
5.
I'll give you, say, a week worth of 5 fish, so like 35 fish. No, 45 fish, sorry. No, a week. What is 7? So 35. Sorry. So I'll give you 35 like edible, very salty fish, but just make sure you guys have water because that's going to be mandatory with that meal. Okay.
And I mentioned them.
However, you also have the option to fish from this boat. So.
Awesome. We can't cook it there, that's the problem.
Yeah. I'll put 35 fish on you. Okay.
Cool.
Oh well.
Cool.
Oh yeah, I'll put it on you for now, and then we'll just ignore that
Yeah.
weight for the moment. I know it's on the start. Okay.
Cool.
Sorry, Rory.
Thing about the cooking. Eos could cook, but potentially overcook. She has fireballs as a cantrip. But there is risk if we set the slaughter on fire.
So
Correct.
I'm gonna
It's magical.
I'm going to attempt to assist with this conversation by reminding everybody that where I spent a lot of time / came from, it was Penzance, which is very heavily reliant on fish industry, and it's also freezing. So, you know, there are ways that you can prepare food raw, and I'm sure in the likes of Saigonatoshi, etc., there are fish that can be eaten, or parts of fish that can be eaten, and, you know, and then cooking as well, cooking by fire, you know, and campfire, etc., and that kind of thing. So I would have reasonable amount of experience in raw and cooking fish in adverse weather conditions. So I would have some experience to assist. And then I've been focusing on cooking for quite a while. So I think all of those together should help with the preparation of these fish.
There's nowhere safe majorly to cook. That is something to be conscious of and aware of, but there is ways probably around that. I would project your journey in a way that gives you a backup just in case. So like if you go to a place you've never been to before, so for example, if you're going north and crossing the land, you don't know where the nearest like town is or anything. So you're very reliant on the food that you have, the supplies that you have. When you're planning your trip, just be conscious of things like that. Like you may need something. Like if you run out of rations, you run out of food, you run out of spell slots, you can't really get a long rest on the ship. It's a very uncomfortable setup. You might be able to get short rests out of it just by dozing on enough, but like you are going to be bored out of your skull. This is a long trip. This isn't like a magically fueled ship. This is like you're very reliant on wind speeds and whatever you guys do to help this, and you're very reliant on oars and stuff, and like energy levels, because that will cause exhaustion if you do it too much, and you have to be conscious of all of these things. We're playing a very we're gritty realism in this campaign, so just to be conscious of that, that as you're moving forward, you will have stuff to deal with. There will be things like storms, and there will be weather things. I'll be rolling for that as you're going. This is part of the long journey process in something like this, and you have no reliance, I should say, on a Maleficum's boat to protect you from such things, which it did in the past, as we discussed. So you have to be just conscious of that. Your pathing matters, where you go matters, and how much of whatever you have matters, because again, if for example it doesn't recharge on a short rest, and don't forget it takes a while to get a short rest in this without interruption, it's just something to be aware of. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Are we ready to go?
Always.
I just want to double check the wood that I had that I was kind of keeping as oars.
Two big pieces of driftwood? Sure.
Yeah. I basically want to bring them with me. Be able to, I suppose, whittle them away to be into a shape of an oar.
There's a song by a comedian called Stephen Lynch who has a song called Whittling Man, and now that's just running through my brain as you're doing that. You're just whittling as fast as you can.
I can be the whittling man.
Yeah, you are the whittling man, which may or may not be a compliment. You begin to whittle down the oars. Yeah.
Cool. That's all I want to do. I'm ready to go. I can do that on the boat.
I'm going to give us a push out then, and because I can do it from by flying, so I don't have to get wet. Give us a push out until we get beyond the breakwaters as such, and And then, yeah, hopefully pick up a wind to take us the direction we want to go.
I'm going to take the form of Dash, and I'm going to go and sit in one of the seats and lean back and put my feet up and just look really comfortable and just let everyone do whatever they want to do.
You have one free seat because Dash isn't here, and normally there are eight seats. How many are there? 7 seats? I will say there's 8 seats, so you have 2 free seats. Because of the way it's built, it's like a big carriage, and there's like side seats and big seats at the back and the front, I believe. So you guys had like a limo type thing with the middle kind of vacant.
Nice.
I believe that's how I described it anyway before. We'll keep rolling with that, and if I didn't, welcome to the Slate. That's what it looks like. You have your ropes in the middle that are coming through 2 of the windows, and it is something that you'll have to consider, like put fabrics up and cover it so you don't get splashed and stuff like that, because it's like, it's not glass, it's not sealed, you're just in this thing.
We had that done when it was a cart. You remember we made a cover over, so it's
All of
that should
stuff
still be usable.
It can be usable, but it came off, so you have to remember where it is and stuff like that, because it doesn't exist on it anymore. Also, as a reminder, when it was a cart, might have been the other Slate, not this one, because you guys did a lot when you were crossing herbs, or Volcanus I should say, but when you were crossing Volcanus, that wasn't this Slate. This is a different gift that was given to a Madriana in Saganatoshi, and I don't think you've used it that much since then. You used it a little bit when crossing Arboris, so you might not have the other thing anymore. You might have to manufacture one using stuff in your backpacks or storage containers. Speaking of, are you guys, bar John, I know you're having issues, we can discuss that after, but are all of you guys done with your storage containers and stuff?
We must do.
Perfect.
Yep.
I will be removing those then shortly, and I will back them up and make sure they're all safe. Your inventories will go back to normal after that. Yeah. So with that,
This is a real Mr. Bean style of driving this, like with ropes through the window.
yeah.
Out on the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. With that, you set sail. It is going to take a varying amount of time. The trials you encounter will be rolled upon and random. So there will be some new things that we'll have to deal with here. I'm not wrapping the session. It sounds like I am. Don't panic. We're good. You have a little bit longer. But I would suggest that, as Slate talked about, that you converse and wrap up any of those conversations that you were saving for the boat, and use your time wisely for delicious RP.
I'm mysteriously not going to be here for the next couple of sessions while we're on the boat.
No! Ryan!
He's going to be here. He just hates boats in D&D.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Anything boat or water related in D&D should not exist.
He's just going to stay here, just muted.
To be
whole
fair,
session.
that is why he reacted so strongly when I gave him an item called the Raft. That is why he was so upset.
Sorry, I cut you off, Theos.
Sorry about it, man. Anytime at all. Slate, you're good at cooking. May I propose something?
Mm-hmm.
You know the way I can create water in my hands and such?
Yeah.
I can also create a similar amount of flames. Now, this is typically to light torches and small kind of campfires and things. Do you think this could cook a fish?
Well, how long does it last for?
Io shows an example of it because she's struggling to explain it. So she beckons fire using elementism. This creates a thin cloud of embers, which are harmless to her, but it can light torches, so it has quite an amount of heat to it.
So, like I said, how long can it last? Heat-wise is okay.
This can go for 1 hour.
So anywhere from up to an hour.
Correct.
I mean, rotisserie. We got rapiers, won't be damaged by fire. Fish on the rapiers. You can adjust it like by lifting them up. They're further from the flame. Lower, closer, higher heat, lower heat. Turn them, take them off, eat them. Simple.
Question will be, how long can you hold your hands like this?
I mean, put your hands on your lap. I don't know.
Oh.
Just don't burn the
Brings up
boat.
her knees or elbows.
Just don't burn the boat.
because it's harmless to herself. She's just like up close to it.
I'm gonna suggest if we're doing cooking that we like sit towards, let's say, the back of the boat or away from the wind, so like no embers are going into the sails, and according to the wind we cook at the front or the back, and therefore it's the closest to the water, it's away from everything, and there's no issue with it. It's very controllable.
And the smell of fish would be, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Might be something.
So, I guess while we've got time, a couple of questions need answering that haven't been yet. One, Weslyn, why in the fuck are you not dead? Two, where the fuck did you go, Slate? Three, Eos, how the fuck did you create that portal that got us to somewhere completely different?
That's a good question.
There's a few of you that have some answers to give, I believe.
Oh, I might add, Eos, why did you want to kill us all?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, her alter ego tried to kill us all in the volcano. She did raise the lava.
Okay, that's an addition
That's
to...
news.
Let's start with that and work back.
No.
Thank you.
No. Let's start with Weslyn.
Not everything is answerable, I'm afraid. There's a lot of things that I'm certain would make no sense to you.
You could try.
Good. Do you remember the 1,000 years in the realm?
In that book? Yes.
Remember all of it?
Most of it, unfortunately.
I have a question. I keep hearing this 1,000 years thing. Is this, like, have we, since we're out of the book, have we ascertained that that's factual? Because as far as I'm concerned, everything that happened in the book may not be factual. And this seems to be just taken as, like, factual. Is it definitely factual? I know the Arcanum looks the way it is, but, I mean, we raised the Bastion in a day, so it could be, reversed, I'm quite sure, in a day. So it doesn't necessarily mean...
Time in that realm does not necessarily move like the water moves here, if that makes sense.
I mean, that just echoes my point that we can't be sure because we haven't checked the facts yet. We're kind of similar here, that we don't know that it's been 1,000 years, for example.
But it was there.
Sure, but we're here, and that's what I want to know about.
It's been
That
months,
is-
at least.
How it is impossible for me to truly answer your question. It's complicated.
I mean,
Okay,
I guess
maybe
go. You go ahead.
maybe an easier question to answer. We're to assume that you're not the same Weslyn that we knew from before, because you don't remember us. So, where are you from that makes you a different Weslyn to the one that we know?
I am from a village that has been encircled by the woods. I am one counted among the kin.
And you got rid of all the witches, right? You sent them on a
Not-
boat far
Not all
away.
of them, but we, when one was discovered, would be sent upon a boat with a measure of cherry wine, bread, and water, as the law demands. And should they return, as law demands, they will be met in the shores with a drowning net.
So you herald from the same place as the Wesley we knew. You have what seems to be the same knowledge as the Wesley we knew, bar remembering us. Are you a different timeline version of him?
What does that mean?
Well, it's either you've been brought back from the dead, reversed back to your earlier age that we knew you at, and not your old age, and have had your memories wiped of us, or it could be that maybe what we know as our world isn't the only world available to us.
Or perhaps it's all of it. All of these things can be true. Anything is possible. Everything is possible. Yes and no. And maybe.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
There's a certain notable coherency to Weslyn that he had less of in the book. It's almost as if he sounds like a much older, wiser person, though his body has not changed. You've experienced something similar before to a transition through time of Weslyn, but this time things are a little bit different. His body remains the same, though his personality, his voice, his words appear to have grown.
How is it you came out through the book? We came out because we were imprisoned in it.
The dragon used magic that leaned on memories and dreams. And those are just another current one can float on. If you can find the right current, you can make your way through anything.
So you were sent here by a dragon?
No. She created that. That is her work.
But why did she send you back?
You misunderstand. I have nothing to do with her. I wish to have nothing to do with her.
But clearly there is a connection.
Simply her magic. All of you have touched it.
I'm just curious, why should she use the power to bring you back
She did.
if you don't have a purpose for her?
No, she and I are not associated. She made the door I walked through.
Who was that entity that followed you in the dream when you were in the woods with your family?
Names have power, Watsu, and I will not utter it here.
Okay.
But rest assured, we are best to not give it attention.
We just won't talk about the red eyes that Dash saw. Or
It would be ideal. It would be ideal to avoid that. That is not what I think Dash saw. What you saw in the dream, the manifestation of what the prison was showing us, wasn't necessarily a manifestation of truth.
so there's two red-eyed things now?
There are more than one.
Oh, good. You seem to know a lot about this red-eyed entity,
More than I care to know.
and you seem to be fearful of it, and you want us to stay away from it. Anything else that we should know?
Should you see it, avert your eyes, count to 3, leave an offering, and never turn left. Always turn right.
What kind of offering would it like? Awesome.
Any offering.
Okay.
But something sweet. Or something dead.
Oh.
Maybe meat. Something red.
I see.
Do you owe this thing allegiance?
No. It's complicated. The more
Does
you
it
speak
own
of
you?
it, it believes a great number of things.
Okay.
Don't give it power by thinking about it.
So you can't talk about it because she would know.
The dragon is simply a conduit. You know her. You've spent time in her realm. Her bastion.
Do you mean Stella?
She took a name of a mortal, yes? One of the
Stella
golden ones.
Maleficent was a dragon.
How do you not know this story?
I'll be honest, I really didn't listen in history. It was boring. I was taking 12 classes a day. I did some extra ones. I snuck around. What can I say?
There was one in her circle. One who was full of desire to destroy the darkness. He decided that he would use the darkness to destroy itself. He would seek out its masters and learn its 1,000 names and wield it against itself. And he was warned. No. He was warned. And the darkness let him in, as if he was family, to shed with him all of its secrets. And in this exchange, he became known by the darkness, and then became darkness itself. Golden Ones, with great grief, went to bind him, because they could not destroy him. Neither light nor dark can destroy each other. And there was a great battle over Timurat. And the darkness was strong, and many of the Golden Ones fell. And the dragon tore open the sky and turned the land to glass. And many of the kin died. Those who survived fled. Timurat is no more.
Completely gone, is it, Weslyn?
Glass.
Glass.
The kin were turned like ghosts on stone. And so the stories go. It's on the Lost Stone.
From what I remember, from what I read, it was a last gasp, a dying breath. You know, clasping victory from the jaws of defeat. Something along those lines, if I remember.
But was it victory? Is that victory?
I mean, that depends on your perspective. But they aimed to stop it and at what cost, I suppose, is the question. But as far as I remember from the story, they did this last breath, last gasp, this dragon, that was the final moment of the great battle. And then here we are, sometime later.
And as I said, that book is of the dragon. And that is her magic. I have nothing to do with her. Nor do I honestly wish to be. Now, any other questions?
Do you like your room?
How do you get old so fast, Weslyn? That's quite intriguing to me.
It's autumn.
I know, but usually we don't age with the seasons, but you do.
Everyone ages with the seasons.
Not like your last version did.
I think that was an imperfect one.
Seeking perfection is an artist's desire, but the work they produce is amazing as it is.
So far, all that I've got from knowing a little something about something is that basically he's a plant. You know, he lives all year, he goes through phases, he dies in the winter, and then a new bulb comes back.
Oh,
it's the same but different. It's some kind of plant. That's all I've got.
Is he like an advanced version of the plant creatures that Harrow did make in the woods in front of the school?
He would be far more advanced. Weslyn's amazing.
Well, you know, like a plant that dies in the winter, the new one that comes back isn't the same one.
Yeah,
It is,
I
but it's
mean,
not.
Our bodies are just vessels too, I guess.
Her name sounds familiar.
Which
What
name,
name?
Weslyn?
Was she not in the book?
Oh, Harrow. Slate. Yeah. There's a few years of that.
You know her.
Met her once. She was alright. She let me water her plants. That didn't work out. Should not have watered those plants.
So she is alright. She's
No.
safe.
No.
No.
Well,
me.
why would she want to be safe? She's bad.
How so?
She creates monsters for the control of those around her.
I shall have to learn more about this arrow.
Torture, experimentation, exploitation, slavery, bribery,
Manipulation.
murder. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. So far, from what we know and I know of, well, this, you, Weslyn, and last Weslyn, you love murder, torture. Also, you'll love her. That's the synopsis you need to know. You guys won't. It's like oil and water. You won't mix.
I loved murder and torture.
think he was
Sarcasm. You
being
know what?
sarcasm.
Yeah, you know what sarcasm is, Weslyn.
If you put her tools to good use and focus her mind appropriately, she would be incredible.
I mean, that's a big if.
Yeah.
It would seem that she is patient, at least.
Oh, very patient.
She did say that she's waiting a long time. I'd like to know how long she waited.
Or
How long did it take, Slate?
For what?
Your transformation originally.
Have you ever been locked in a room with no light, no way of telling the time, nothing but your own thoughts? Day and night.
Nice.
Day and night become the one. Days of the week don't exist. You know, you're Everything changes, so I can't tell you. All I can tell you is it didn't feel like a short amount of time. Nor was it pleasant. And that's putting it mildly. So I would imagine a long time. And that was just with me. And there was plenty of others before and after.
Weslyn, you seem to allude to the fact that you knew a different type of Harrow.
The only thing that comes to mind is what the book showed me. And that can only be taken with a measure of salt. The book shows us things that necessarily weren't true. It showed us things that necessarily never happened. Possibilities.
Or
We've
it
seen the
shows the
monster.
version you want to see within the book.
Possible.
Because there was no lies in my visions. So
We've
is
seen the
this
monster
the Harrow
such-
that you want?
I wouldn't mind knowing a little bit more as to how she found me.
Opportunities, I guess.
She pulled me from a hole. But it is not a hole that I remember her pulling me from.
I mean, somebody opened the door in the woods, right?
Oh, that's a different...
You never know who's associated with whom, and
This
who's
is
a
true.
tool, and who's not.
This is very true.
Harrow pulled you from a hole.
She did. She said that she had been waiting for a long time.
I mean, she collects those of us that have abilities, those of us that are useful.
And how did she know I was there?
I don't know how she knew any of us that she ended up with where we were.
She said the moon was right. I'm not sure what that means either.
Maybe she's guided by a further force.
There are many of those.
Such as
The
the one
ones
you
on the-
won't speak of.
And we shouldn't. For your own safety.
Could have been them that told her where you were.
They are not known for sharing.
She can be persuasive.
Well, perhaps she has that skill. But I've not known many to have that skill.
She has access to many people with many skills. Or many creatures, perhaps, might be truer.
She would need access to something that does not die.
She's created a few of those.
Has she?
Yes.
Like what? Who? Where?
We know of a creature she created who literally boils the blood out of a body before setting it on fire.
And does this creature not die? Can this creature die?
Not in the
Well, that-
several times that we've attempted it.
It's more like a parasite that takes on a host. The host becomes a husk and literally explodes, and then the parasite evaporates, only to return in another host, another husk, and round it goes.
That is a problem. That is a problem. Well, I'm glad that they're not here.
Yes. Slate. Got some answers now?
What's the question that you want the answer to?
I suppose the first, most obvious one would be, why the fuck would you want to kill yourself for a book?
I wasn't trying to kill myself, I was trying to get the book.
But your death would have been the inevitable result of it regardless.
I mean, I see your point. I mean, it didn't work out that way, but
You're welcome.
fair. Thanks, Adriana.
I understand the need for the book. I didn't like what I saw, but that doesn't mean that you didn't get something of value to you.
There's something more about Stella in this book, something I don't understand, and something that Vatros does and wants it gone. And I need to know what it is before I take it out of existence, because some things can't be undone.
That's fair. But if it gets you too deep, you tell us. Don't fucking keep it to yourself and hope and fucking pray to Eldrin's god or whoever god you fucking pray to that you can deal with it. You tell us so that we can help.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't had a chance to talk.
He's had plenty of chances to talk.
Not
But
in
Not
that
necessarily that
situation.
time.
No,
He didn't
that's
throw
alright.
the
Every
book.
time before.
I've learned more about myself in the last few months than I have in years in recent memory. And from what I've learned, even more years that I don't even remember. Hundreds, could be thousands, I don't know. And that's before our recent escapades to the book. But I've learned more potentially about my life, my history, who I was, my family, all from this book. So for me, that journey isn't over. And I don't know where I'd be without it. Or I don't know where I'm going. Surely I'll get to the end of the book at some point. The final page, the final chapter. But currently, the story's not finished. At least not for me.
How do you know that any of that is true? I know that you desire that it's true. I know that you wish that it's true. But how do you know? Where are your anchors?
I don't. And that's why I want to keep the book for now. I need to go on this journey. I need to find out where it leads. And on the journey, that's something I want to find out. I need to know.
But what are the anchors that you need to set your line to establish threads of truth? And anything that it's shown you, that would be the easiest way to determine whether it is
I
a
mean,
dream or if it's real.
yeah, apparently I lived in Palperoth. Apparently I had a family there. So for me, clearly, check out Palperoth and see if any trace of that exists. That's a good start.
Where is Palperoth?
What's it where we're going?
We'll be back at that direction at some point, surely. Just not anytime soon.
Who's Shirley?
I will do what I can to help you.
I appreciate that. I remember a talk with you, or I don't know, other Weslyn, whichever, you know, about brambles and pushing through and so on. This is that, I guess.
The only way out is through.
Correct. Now, Adriana, you asked where I went. I have no idea where I went or how I got there. I was going down the mountain with the book, away from the fire and away from Vatros, throwing it into the lava. I was moving away. And then I was stuck. And then I was in Eos's bedroom. That's all I have. I had time to myself. Again, I've no idea how long, I've no idea where or how. I had time with my thoughts. I read a book. I waited. And then I was here. I don't have anything else to tell you other than that. Which brings me, seeing as we're talking about me going down the mountain, full circle back to the mountain and the Eos and the, what did you say, Hatsu, alter ego, and then the lava, whatever.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, because I wasn't there for that, so what?
Well, I was chasing you, or trying to chase you down the hill, so I didn't see that part either.
Well, who did see that part?
Hatsu, apparently.
Oh, I talked to her. I was next to her. She pretended to protect Eos and she said everything's gonna be fine. But I figured it's not the Eos that we know, that the Torg. It was her. She had her real name, Etsidri Riki. You have to help me.
Ektikisi.
How do you know?
Let's just say I trust her.
Oh, if we wouldn't have teleported, we would all have died. Just saying.
No. If we teleported, it's because she wanted to make sure we're safe. She might have been raised in the lava, but I don't think that was to kill us.
Yeah, but for what reason?
I have no idea. But there's something about that entity, that part of Eos, that feels more natural than anything else I've ever spoken to.
You spoke to her?
Yes.
Okay.
Does she dream?
No idea.
No. Eos, do you know?
I know of her. She first emerged. She actually first emerged when I found Ducky in a small lump of darkness. And then she really woke up when Drell killed me. Yeah. And according to Hatsu, he showed up at the volcano.
Do you still dream?
I feel like I do, but there's not much happening at the moment in my dreams. If you want to call them dreams. Nothing of note or remember anything.
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
This entity, as Madriana put it, and the incident with Drell, can you remind me? I know you've told me, but I can't for the life of you remember all the detail, and for that I'm sorry.
Of course, man.
What was the moon like then?
It was a very cloudy night, but I think it was that reddish hue. The same thing that happened to Boreal. Drell hung me, and I blanked out, ran out of air, and I remember being awake. Clothes were on fire. There's dead people everywhere. I went home.
While they're having... Sorry, go.
Ash in the air. It was had a nice sight.
While they're actually having this conversation, Roper, I'm going to use the send in message, whichever one it is, and I'm going to speak again to Ektikasi.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna directly, like... Ekdikisi. Why did you raise the levels of the lava? Was it to hurt us, or did you save us?
In a way, I suppose one could say I elevated the situation so that she would flee.
Replying back. You know we're not a threat to Eos, right?
Of course not. You are her comrades.
Which makes us yours too.
That would be true.
Little heads up next time.
Do not be afraid.
I'm less afraid of you than anything else in this world, strangely. So that's all just happening while Eos and Slate are talking.
Oh yes, you're oblivious to it, okay?
Of course.
Also, I have one more question that bothers me since a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Remington did put this in the backpack. Does any of you know what it means?
It's a black feather.
Yeah, but why should he put a feather in? I don't understand.
It's
I don't
something
think-
I could take a look at. It'll take me some time, but I've done it before. Perhaps could learn something from it.
Did he put it in there, or was it a gift
Yeah.
from Alyssa?
It was in the backpack. Nothing was missing. And I got it from Remington, so
He
At least
actually gave it to you.
yeah.
Okay.
So it was in the backpack that he handed me over.
Can I see?
Sure.
Not to take it from Slate, but if I'm able to look at it while Slate is looking at it,
You can both identify. Sure, why not?
just because from Eldrin kind of wandering about himself, but also having looked through Dash's bird sketch diary, he'd have a little bit of knowledge of feathers and stuff.
Over the next few minutes while you're talking, Slate, you try to identify it, but there's no property to it to identify. It's not magical. It's just feather. You all sort of examine it in different ways and different approaches. Madriana looking to see if it's one of Lissa's, Eldrin to see if it's just something that may have been from Bird, something similar to what Dash
What
was talking
bird
about.
even? Yeah.
And Madriana being the closest, this looks a lot like Lissa's feathers.
Yeah.
A calling card of Lissa.
It was actually the smell of her perfume on it that I could tell that it was hers, I think. It's that kind of sweet, but with a massive amount of sass. It's a kind of Lissa special.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It smells a little like mustard with honey. Very weird.
Kind of, yes.
Right, I thought it was something important from Remington. Yeah, guess we
still
keep
be.
it for Dash.
If we have been gone that long, you do realize that Baby Dash could be running around, or adult Baby Dash at this point.
Or Baby Dash could be a father to another.
Oh wait, Baby Dash could be older than Dash. That is
So Dash would
weird.
be dead. Yeah.
I
If
mean,
we were gone for 1,000 years, they would all be dead.
surely when we make landfall or we meet somebody, surely we can ask them, although it may seem weird, what date it is, what year it is. I mean, surely that will clear things up a little bit. I mean, I've had my fair share of, partying in taverns and not being quite sure for a couple of days afterwards where I was, who I was, and what day is it, but this is maybe a little different.
I'm sure if anyone could pull it off, you could pull it off. Just don't call me Shirley.
The fuckest of sakes.
Your name is Eltrin.
Are there any other things that your group discuss as you sail into the morning sun?
I'll discuss with everybody about, having traveled this way before, and the normal thing is to use things like constellations, and we have the compass, and just talking about the map that I'm always editing and updating, and just talking about the task at hand of just sailing and being practical in general. Just periodically that would, come up, or any landmarks or anything, whoa, I think we saw that rock last time, or, when the constellation comes out later, we can tie it in with the compass and sort of get our bearings and adjust our bearing and so on and so forth. Just generic stuff like that.
If
Like-
it comes,
A little bit before the sun would rise, Hatsu would make a prayer. But for the first time, he would see him make a prayer with a chain in his hand with a little ring attached to it. And you would hear the usual. Mother of light, creator of shadows, be bzz bzz.
Just for clarity, when you say a chain, you mean a chain like one you would wear around your neck with a ring that's small, something like that?
You would see him put the chain back on his neck under his clothes with a normal finger
worn-
ring.
Yeah, finger ring. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah,
talking about
that-
the rings of the chain. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not talking about a big chain. That's why I was just clarifying, just for clarity.
80s
what
chain
we're
with a
saying.
clock on it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Um,
listen, who knows? Starts to walk with a limp. Who knows?
Lil Jon just comes in. Yeah!
Quick question, just as Hatsu said, putting in under his clothes. When he does that, is there any glimpse of like
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
flesh?
Absolutely not. Hatsu wouldn't in him. I'm speaking for Hatsu. I don't mind, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, Biz, but as far as I'm concerned, you are very safe and have always been. I don't think you would slip up like that, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
He's a Mandalorian times 10.
That's pretty much true.
But
If I don't ask, I don't get.
exactly. While the prayer happens and you put the ring away, the thunder stops, the rain stops, and along with the sun comes the first dry spell you've had on this journey. It's gonna be a long trip. But you're well underway. On your right is an island. A small one. It sits between Maleficums and the volcano, and it's not something you ever really super noticed before. And it has a small kind of fort on it. Bigger than your bastion. When I say small, I'm not talking your bastion. That's tiny. I'm talking like it's not as big as the Arcanum or something, but there's a fort. And on your left, as you pass the Crescent Pearl, the sort of edge tip of the Crescent Pearl, you can see Verdwar in the distance. Further down, down right, you can see the volcano itself, which has dried and seared magma all over it from a recent explosion. And way down in the distance is something that could potentially be a large lighthouse. and the ocean is ahead of you. Choices, which directions to go. Are you going to swing over Verdwar? Are you going to swing under it? Are you going to go down and take the river through Ouroboros? Are you going to go down just straight to the ocean itself and not even go through Ouroboros and swing around? You have many, many choices ahead of you. Take your time this week. Discuss the path. Evaluate the map. We start next week by deciding what path you take and how treacherous it is to get there. But for now, we are way over, so we shall be ending our session. That's all we have for this week, but we do have our probably a little bit shorter post-show with whoever is available. We'll discuss that in a second. There will be Q&A. You're all welcome to ask questions in chat. We do encourage it. You are welcome to talk to us, so we would love to talk to you. This is our segment where we actually get to communicate with chat and ask some things and see what people are thinking. And also find out what our players are thinking about the campaign so far. Thank you, Rory, for putting that in chat. So if you have any questions or anything, we'll be back in a very short... we're going to take a super short break. Very short. There won't even be a boss battle. It'll be very short. And we'll be right back. And then if you have any questions, please put them in chat. And those of you who joined us just for the campaign, thank you so much for being here. Those of you who are sticking with us, thank you so much for sticking with us. And those who are watching later on YouTube, there will be a supplementary video. You get 2 this week. You get your video of the level up, and you get the video of this, or 3 this week. You get a supplementary 2, and you get the video of the post show. As promised at the beginning, we will leave with the intro video, our new intro video. We did do a lot of work on that, so we will show you one more time our new intro video, our new intro animation. We love it very much. Thank you so much for being here. We hope you enjoy it as well. Looking forward to seeing you all next week. Much love. See you in the post show in 2 seconds, Twitch. Don't go. Don't go. Just stay, Twitch.